So listen, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but it's freaking hot outside. As a fragrance official, I feel like it's my duty to give you guidance in extreme circumstances such as this. So what I'm gonna do right now is give you some fragrances that I feel are summertime all-stars. These are just a few fragrances from my collection that I wear during the summer that I think work perfectly in the hotter weather. If it's hot where you are, and you could probably use some help with some fragrances, this is the video for you. If it's hot where you are, make sure you hit that like button. And maybe I'll send you like a window fan or an AC unit, or maybe one of those lollipops that has air playing on it and the propeller is an actual fan and you push the button, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll send you one of those. Hit the like button. So what we have here is a pretty broad spectrum of summer type fragrances. We have aquatic fragrances, we have woody fragrances, we have expensive fragrances, and we have cheaper fragrances. But one thing that all these fragrances have in common is they're gonna work great when it's hot outside. We're going hard right out the gate. The first fragrance I'm starting with, I'm gonna warn you, is the most expensive fragrance in this video. And it's Elysium Parfum Cologne by Roja Parfum. Yes, it's very expensive, and some might argue that it's not worth the price, but that's a conversation for another day. This guy here offers a really high quality summer experience that pretty much works in any situation. A lot of people will complain about the longevity of this fragrance, which I can understand, but I personally think it's just an issue with how fine it atomizes the fragrance through the atomizer. I know it costs a lot and you probably don't want to waste any sprays, but if you're not afraid to spray heavy with this one, this should last you just fine in any situation. Elysium Parfum Cologne has probably 174 different notes, but the all-stars here and the most important ones are grapefruit, lemon, lime, bergamot, thyme, vetiver, juniper berries, black currant. This thing is a stud. It's perfect for the summer. It smells amazing. You're gonna smell amazing. And like I said, if you're not afraid to go a little heavy on the trigger, it's gonna last, and you're gonna smell great the entire time. That's Elysium Parfum Cologne. Now this isn't like a summer top 10 or top 5 or top 50 list or anything like that. So there's not really an honorable mention. But there's one I'm not really going to talk about because pretty much everyone knows about it at this point. And most of you should probably have it already anyway. And that's Nautica Voyage. Classic summer cheapie, apple, aquatic notes. What more can I say? It's Nautica Voyage. If you don't have it, it's $15, $20, whatever it is. Grab it, you're not gonna regret it. We're gonna dial up the power a couple notches with this next one. Our next fragrance is Nishane Hacivat. People always compare Nishane Hacivat to Aventus, which makes sense because we compare every single fragrance ever to Aventus. But once you wear this for a while, you'll realize that the similarities between this and Creed's Aventus are pretty slim. I've gotten comments from people saying that new formulations maybe don't last as long. I don't know anything about that. I know the one that I have in my hand in this bottle will last all day. You might get sick of it at some point. This one opens up with a burst of pineapple and bergamot. Then I hope you like oak moss and woods because that's what you're getting for the rest of the fragrance. A whole heap of them. If it's super duper hot out, I might go easy on the sprays with this one because it could get pretty strong. Though I know it is tempting because that pineapple bergamot opening is pretty freaking dope. There's no reason this can't work for you in the summer and in the high heat. People hype up Nishane Hacivat for a reason. It's good. Unless you ask my wife, who won't let me spray it because she doesn't appreciate the finer things and she thinks it smells like mold. I spray it when she's not around though. The next fragrance is a personal favorite of mine, and it got a lot of heat when it first came out because it wasn't anything like the rest of the fragrances under this name. I can totally understand that because it's nothing like those. I'm talking about Dior Homme 2020. You can see the juice level. I'm obviously a fan of this one. I have no problem recommending this to anyone for any season, any situation, anytime. This is one of my most favorite versatile fragrances that exist. It doesn't smell like the most unique niche thing in the world. It doesn't smell like the old Dior Hommes with the iris and the powdery touches and things of that nature. This thing features bergamot, pink pepper, isoe super, vetiver, some musks are in there. There's cashmere wood. It might be kind of simple, but like Justin Copeland says, it's simple but not basic. Nobody's gonna dislike the way this thing smells. It lasts for hours. It projects just like you want it to. And it's gonna do all those things in summer too. Like I said, I'll recommend this thing till I'm blue in the face. It's Dior Homme 2020. Now this next fragrance has picked up a lot of steam this year, even though it came out in 2020. A lot of people are putting this in their lists for inexpensive summer fragrances, and I have no issue with that at all. It's Missoni Wave. That's right, Missoni Wave, compared to fragrances like Versace Pour Homme and Chanel L'Or Homme Sport. I like to think of it as a perfect mixture between the two with a little added aquatic feel that makes it perfect for summer. C notes, citruses, vetiver, clary sage, some lavender, and a little bit of vanilla make this thing an all-star for any situation during the summer. And the little touch of vanilla adds just enough sweetness that you can even wear this on a hot summer night, like out having drinks or on a date. You're gonna smell amazing. And it lasts, especially if you spray it on your clothes. All that for under 40 bucks? Come on, no brainer. That's Missoni Wave. Last, but most certainly not least, is a fragrance that a lot of people might compare to another fragrance I had on this list. But this one is a way cheaper version. The fragrance that people compare it to is Elysium by Roja Parfums. The fragrance we're talking about is Hugo Reversed. Now I could see a little bit of similarity with the grapefruit and such and the freshness. I see where you people are coming from, but I don't really get where you're going, if you know what I'm saying. While Elysium has 4,000 notes, this one has literally 4 listed notes. It's grapefruit, it's Sicilian bergamot, it's rosemary, and it's Haitian vetiver. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple, stupid. Is it a little bit cheap smelling? Maybe. But the grapefruit in here, the citrus, the combination with the vetiver, that little rosemary green touch, it seems to sparkle off your skin, like effervescent. Like it smells so good for being so simple. Performance does seem to lack on this one, I will admit. But like I always say, spray it. Spray your clothes, spray it all over. It doesn't cost that much, and it's worth it when you smell the smell. This one, I swear to baby Jesus, you're going to enjoy. You might not like how long it lasts. You will like the price. And you will like what other people think of you because you're gonna smell super awesome. It's Hugo Reversed. Smelling great in the high heat is super simple with these fragrances. I know, because I freaking wear them. If there's any of these you don't have or were curious about, I'll put some links in the description so you can check them out. The sun's out, the guns are out. Get your butts to the beach and smell awesome doing it. I love ya. Peace.